Well, we're going to get another really good fight to end this year off in November. We're getting David Benavidez back in the ring against a really good test in Demetrius Boo Boo Andrade, who has a lot to prove. This fight, the winner should be the next opponent for Canelo Alvarez if all things go right. This fight will be taking place November 25th out in Las Vegas. It was just determined that the fight will be happening in Las Vegas. It's going to be a good one. This will be at 168. Really kind of an eliminator because David's one of the mandatory. I don't know if exactly he's the mandatory, but he's one of the guys that is next up for Canelo. That Canelo, if he wants to remain undisputed at 168, he's got to fight David, right? Well, David's knocking out the competition to make sure that he's the guy Canelo has to face. Taking care of Caleb Plant earlier this year, and if he does this to Boo Boo, there's no question, there's no one else at 168 to fight Canelo. David had a really nice performance versus Caleb Plant earlier this year. Plant, who I thought was fighting really well to start the fight, David was able to adjust and adapt and be able to take over the fight. He didn't get the knockout, which he so usually does, but he was able to score a decision in a fight that really showcased David being able to adapt, like I just mentioned. And he might need that against Andrade, who is a very slick boxer. Boo Boo, he hasn't ever gotten that big fight. This will easily be the biggest fight of his career by far, and he just never really has gotten that big fight opportunity. But here he is. He's 35 years old. Don't let that scare you or anything. Boo Boo, he's a slick boxer. He's a really good boxer, and he can pose potential problems for David in this fight. This isn't just a walk in the park for David, as he's going to have to deal with some really good boxing, and Andre does have some power. Boo Boo fought on the Tank Davis versus Hector Luis Garcia undercard, I believe, back in January, in a unanimous decision. It wasn't a great performance. He showed some ring rust for sure, and you could tell that I believe it was his first fight in 14 months or something like that. He had been off a while. So I think that fight obviously helped him for this upcoming fight, but I think him being in the ring for his biggest fight of the career, it will be a good fight. Boo Boo is a very good boxer, and he'll pose some threats for David. Along with, he does have some power, so Benavidez will have to be aware of this. On the co-main, it's been rumored Jermall Charlo will make his return to the ring against Jose Benavidez Jr., David's older brother, in a return for Charlo, and he's been inactive for a while now. That'll be an interesting fight to see just what does Jermall Charlo still have. Benavidez Jr. is no pushover. Either way, we're getting Benavidez versus Andrade, which should determine who Canelo's next opponent is. Either way, boxing's giving us another good fight before the year ends. Make sure to stay tuned, subscribe here to the Never Drop Podcast for all your boxing information. That's all I got for you. Peace. I'm out.